Did you know that just a few gentle exercises might hold the secret to living pain-free even after 70? You wake up feeling stiff. Walking across the room brings that familiar ache in your back or knees. Sit too long, and your legs start to throb. Stand too long, and your feet begin to swell. After a while, it's not just annoying, it begins to limit your freedom. But what if I told you there are 4 simple, gentle movements, safe for any age, that can help you move with less pain and more confidence? In this video, we'll go over the 4 best exercises to relieve everyday aches and pains, no fancy equipment or costly therapy required. These aren't complex stretches or intimidating routines. They're safe, effective, and designed specifically for older adults who want to feel good in their bodies again. Stay with me until the end, because these 4 movements could be the difference between just getting through your day and truly enjoying it. You don't have to accept pain as your new normal. Relief is possible, and sometimes it all begins with just one gentle move. Number 1, hip stretch for lower back relief. One of the most common issues among older adults is lower back pain, that constant, dull ache that shows up when you sit too long, bend forward, or try to stand upright after resting. But here's something many people don't realize: often, that pain doesn't actually start in your back, it begins in your hips. More specifically, in your hip flexors, a group of muscles that, when tight, pull on your lower back and throw off your posture. The good news? A simple stretch done once or twice daily can make a huge difference. As we age, we tend to spend more time sitting, during meals, in the car, or while watching television. Prolonged sitting shortens the muscles at the front of your hips, especially if you're not doing regular movements to balance it out. When those muscles tighten, your pelvis tilts forward, putting extra stress on your spine. It's like pulling a string from the front and then wondering why the back hurts. The key isn't just to stretch your back, it's to release the front so your back can relax. This stretch can be done standing or with support. Imagine standing next to a sturdy chair or countertop. Step one foot slightly behind you, keep your front knee bent, your back leg straight, and gently press your hips forward. You'll feel a light pull at the top of your back leg and into your hip, that's the tension melting away. Hold the stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. No bouncing, no forcing, just a gentle press forward and steady breathing. What's powerful about this stretch isn't just the immediate relief, it's how it resets your posture throughout the day. When your hips stay tight, you start to compensate, leaning forward, arching your back, and that chain reaction creates tension all over. But when your hips are open, everything above them, your spine, shoulders, even your breathing, aligns more naturally. So, if you've been dealing with that persistent low back discomfort and tried back rubs or cushions with little success, try focusing on the front. Your hips might be holding more tension than you realize, and a few inches of movement in the right direction can give you miles of freedom you didn't think were possible. Number 2, wall angels for shoulder and neck tension. If you've ever felt like your shoulders were carrying the weight of the world, tight, hunched forward, and constantly sore, you're not alone. Many older adults struggle with stiffness in the upper back, shoulders, and neck, often blaming it on poor posture or aging muscles. And while age does affect how our bodies move, much of that tension comes down to one main cause: a lack of movement in the right places. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, it can start with a simple exercise called a wall angel, one of the gentlest and most effective ways to release shoulder and neck tension and restore upright posture. Think about how often you sit each day, and now think about how you sit. Is your back straight? Are your shoulders relaxed? Most of us tend to slouch, head forward, shoulders rolled in, chest collapsed. Over time, this posture tightens the front of the body and weakens the muscles in the upper back that are designed to keep you upright. This imbalance can lead to tension, headaches, neck pain, and that heavy, stiff feeling in your shoulders. Wall angels help reverse that pattern. They reactivate postural muscles that have gone dormant from years of disuse and gently open your chest and shoulders, without straining your neck or spine. Here's how to do it. Stand with your back against a wall, feet a few inches from the base, letting your head, upper back, and hips make contact. Raise your arms into a goalpost position, elbows bent, the backs of your hands resting lightly against the wall. Slowly slide your arms up and down in a controlled motion, like making a snow angel. Move gently. Breathe steadily. There's no need to force anything, just let your body remember how it was meant to move. At first, you may not be able to keep your arms flat against the wall, and that's perfectly fine. The goal isn't perfection, it's reawakening. Over time, your range of motion will improve, and the tightness between your shoulders will begin to ease. This exercise doesn't just release tension, it retrains your brain to hold your body differently, so you're not constantly fighting gravity all day long. If you're still with me and finding these tips helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing and turning on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support helps us keep creating helpful and inspiring content. Now let's move on. Number 3, seated knee extension for joint pain and circulation. If you've ever stood up after sitting for a while and felt that deep, lingering ache in your knees, or if walking across the room feels more like a chore than a choice, your knees may be quietly asking for movement. Not harsh, pounding movement, but something gentle and nourishing. That's where seated knee extensions come in. This simple exercise, often overlooked because of how basic it seems, can bring powerful relief to stiff joints, sluggish circulation, and that heavy, dragging feeling in the legs. What's remarkable about this movement is how accessible it is. You don't need a gym. You don't even need to stand. All you need is a sturdy chair and a few quiet minutes. The goal isn't to push your limits but to keep your knees active, mobile, and supported, especially if arthritis or years of wear and tear have made bending, climbing, or walking harder. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a supportive chair, feet flat on the floor, knees bent at 90 degrees. Rest your hands lightly on the sides of the chair or your thighs for support. Slowly lift one leg, extending it forward until it's straight, or as close to straight as feels comfortable. Pause briefly at the top, noticing the engagement in your thigh and the light stretch behind your knee. Then lower your foot back down with control. Alternate sides. Aim for 10 to 15 reps per leg, moving at a pace that feels good. This exercise works in 2 ways. First, it strengthens your quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of your thighs that provide crucial knee support. The stronger they are, the less strain your knees take with each step. Second, it boosts healthy blood flow through the lower body. When your legs stay still too long, blood and fluid can pool, causing swelling, numbness, or cramping. Seated extensions act like a gentle pump, nudging circulation back into motion. I once met Harold, a 75-year-old who dreaded grocery shopping because his knees would lock halfway through. A physical therapist taught him this simple move. He began doing it every morning after breakfast and each evening before bed. Within weeks, his knees felt looser, nighttime calf cramps disappeared, and the swelling around his ankles subsided. He didn't join a gym or buy special gear, he simply gave his legs permission to move, and they responded. What I love most about seated knee extensions is that they meet you where you are. You can do them at the kitchen table, while watching TV, or even sitting on the edge of your bed. Each repetition tells your body, I'm still here. I haven't given up on you. Pain often convinces us to stay still. But when stillness becomes the default, it only creates more pain. This quiet act, the simple lifting and lowering of your leg, can break that cycle. Over time, it restores strength, confidence, and the freedom to walk, climb stairs, and move through your day without that constant ache holding you back. Number 4, ankle pumps for foot and leg swelling. If your feet ever feel puffy, your ankles stiff, or your lower legs heavy and tired, especially after long periods of sitting or standing, you're not imagining it. Swelling in the feet and lower legs is extremely common after 60. And while it might seem like just an annoyance, over time it can affect your balance, comfort, and even circulation. Fortunately, there's a simple exercise that takes less than 2 minutes, the ankle pump. It might not look like much, but beneath the surface, it's doing something vital, helping your veins send blood from your feet and legs back up to your heart. Gravity naturally pulls blood downward, especially when we're sedentary, and as we age, the muscles in our lower legs that normally assist in this process weaken. Fluid then begins to pool, leading to swelling, discomfort, and sometimes more serious issues if left unchecked. The beauty of ankle pumps is that they activate your lower leg muscles without stressing your joints. Here's how: sit or lie comfortably with your legs extended or slightly bent. Flex your foot upward, pulling your toes toward your shin, then point your toes forward as if pressing a gas pedal. That's one pump. Continue slowly and rhythmically for 20 to 30 repetitions per foot. You can alternate feet or move both together, whatever feels best. This gentle motion improves circulation, reduces stiffness, and can even prevent nighttime cramping. Many people notice that after just a few days of consistent ankle pumps, their shoes fit better, their legs feel lighter, and those sharp pins and needles sensations ease when standing after sitting. Take Joyce, an 80-year-old who battled swollen ankles for years. She tried compression socks, cut back on salt, and even propped her legs up with pillows. While these helped a little, the swelling always returned. Her doctor suggested ankle pumps. Once in the morning, again in the afternoon, and before bed. Within a week, she called it her miracle move. The swelling went down, her slippers fit comfortably again, and she felt steadier on her feet. The best part? Joyce didn't need a trainer, a gym, or even to stand up. She simply committed to a small act of self-care, a simple motion done with intention, and her body responded. That's the power of gentle functional movement. It doesn't drain you with effort, it restores you through consistency. So if your feet feel heavy or your ankles swell by day's end, don't overlook this tiny exercise. The ankle pump may seem small, but its impact is profound. As we age, circulation isn't just about comfort, it becomes a key part of health. Giving your legs the signal to move, flow, and release pressure might be exactly what they've been waiting for. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, comment number 4 below. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and inspires. Final thoughts. Pain often creeps in quietly, a twinge in your back, stiffness in your knees, tightness in your shoulders. Before long, it shapes your days. Where you go, what you do, even whether you feel safe walking across the room. But what if relief didn't require major changes, costly equipment, or exhausting routines? What if it was as simple as 4 small movements practiced consistently with kindness toward your body? The exercises we've shared today, hip stretches, wall angels, seated knee extensions, and ankle pumps, may seem minor, yet each is like a door. A door that frees up space where tension has been living. A door that allows your joints, muscles, and circulation to do what they're meant to do, support you, not fight against you. And the best part? You don't need to be athletic, flexible, or bursting with energy. You just need to start. Even if you're 60, 70, or 80, your body has carried you through a lifetime of work, movement, and stillness. It may hold some aches now, but it's still yours, still full of potential, still ready to support you in small but powerful ways. Each time you stretch, lift, or move with intention, you're sending your body a message: I'm still here. I still care. That message matters, not only physically but emotionally. Taking time for your body builds confidence, reminding you that even with the changes of age, you're not helpless. You're capable. And when you feel capable, life feels wider, more open, and full of possibility. So as you go about your day, remember this: motion is lotion. Even the smallest movement can bring freedom back into your body, and joy back into your life. A few minutes of gentle, consistent movement can bring more relief than you ever imagined. Start with just one of these exercises and make it part of your daily routine. Then add another. Before long, your body will start to trust you again, and you'll begin to trust it, too. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your feedback motivates and encourages us more than you know. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support allows us to keep creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.